Crosshairs Landing.
How far would you go to get your answers? What would you be willing to do?
Prometheus, are you seeing this?
What the hell?
They were right.
It's best described as fresh. And there's a freshness to it which I'm very pleased about and very proud about, actually, in every way, every layer, from design through to my actors.
It starts with the question of who made us? Where did we come from? If you're a believer, is it your faith? And if you're a scientist, is it the Big Bang Theory? And what if this thing who created us, we could actually go and meet it?
This obsession with the stars and you know, sort of what's out there. Why are we here? And I think, you know, that's really at the center of the film. That's the quest.
It's so much more than a sci-fi movie. I think it's quite epic. It's so many layers and it's so many big questions, and it's, you know, it's life and living and human being. What's the purpose of life and what's the next step? And it's kind of everything. It's like the Bible in a way.
These are images of archaeological digs all over the earth. Ancient civilizations that shared no contact, and yet
the same pictogram showing men worshipping giant beings pointing to the stars was discovered at every last one of them.
Every part's important. I think Martin Scorsese said something like that, you know, I can have Jack Nicholson in the elevator with Robert De Niro, and I've got the elevator operator that I really wasn't paying attention to, and so I just cast anybody. That day will be about how bad the elevator operator was, and with Jack Nicholson and Robert De Niro looking at me like I'm a moron. How could I cast this person? It's not about their scene, suddenly about him. You've got to pay attention everywhere. You'll regret if you don't.
He is like a 12-year-old with 200 years of experience. I mean, that really sums up Ridley for me. He has a level of energy that is baffling. I mean, I don't know where he gets it from or what energy drink he's on, but it works. And he's constantly just kind of bouncing off the walls. He's very excited.
And he's sort of very open to to any suggestion, really. But I think he's also got a very clear picture in his head, how he wants it to go. Even if he pretends like he doesn't, I'm sure he always does. Like, he'll always sort of allow the actors, he'll say, what do you think about this scene? I don't think this scene is right the way it is.
You think we wasted our time coming here, don't you?
Your question depends on me understanding what you hope to achieve by coming here.
What we hoped to achieve was to meet our makers, to get answers. Why they even made us in the first place.
Why do you think your people made me?
We made you because we could.
Can you imagine how disappointing it would be for you to hear the same thing from your creator?
I had an idea of playing David with the South African accent sort of earlier on at the beginning, and I remember I told Ridley at the beginning, I was like, what do you think if, you know, I do this sort of thing in, you know, South African? He's like, and I was like, no, I'm serious. I really thought it, and he was like, okay, yeah, sure. And I was like, I'll do the other version as well, you know. So he let me do it, you know, for I think the first, you know, 2 weeks. I did both versions, and then in the end I was like, just get rid of the South African. He was like, yeah.
I always tell every actor to defend their island. So your character's an island, and defend it. Defend the realm. Don't let it go, and don't let it get crushed. So, but already I'm starting to make it look slightly competitive.
I think there might be some confusion about our relationship. Let's say you do find these beings down there. You won't engage them. You won't talk to them. You'll do nothing but report back to me.
Miss Vickers, is there an agenda that you're not telling us about?
The company paid $1 trillion to find this place. Had you raised the monies yourself, Mr. Holloway, we'd be pursuing your agenda. But you didn't. And that makes you an employee. Cheers.
He knows exactly what he wants, and he's very precise and he has a very specific vision, and he's very good at kind of taking you on board on his boat and kind of describing, and he's doing those amazing drawings to kind of make you see what he's seeing in his head in a way, but still at the same time he's giving he's been giving me a lot of freedom and a lot of space to create and to find my character and to, you know, whenever I wanted to try something, he was always open. It's like, of course, yeah, okay. So it felt like it was very creative and very open and very playful.
Well, I had a special connection with her when I saw The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And apart from the fact I loved the movie and I loved everything about it, the environment, the weather, the snow, the people, the way they dress, the way they act. And I think what was good about that is I didn't really know anyone in the movie. And I saw the film 4 times. And I kept staring at this girl, this punk. And as that was happening, this happened over a period of about a month, I was starting to really strike ground with Prometheus, which was then called Paradise. And so I started to think about her. And then she was then in LA that month, so let me meet. What walked in the room was a rather beautiful young woman and not a little punk. And I thought, my God, I'm really in the presence of the real thing here. This is a real actress, because she owned that part. I thought the director had found someone off the street.
He told me about the character and what kind of person she was, and we talked about Ripley, and we talked about, you know, the first Alien and what the differences and if there was similarities and stuff. So it's been very, it feels like we've been searching together, but he's been kind of navigating me with a very loving, fun, but very specific hand in a way.
Remarkably human. Beautiful painting.
It's a mural. Stop. Don't touch it.
Sorry.
Please don't touch anything. Oh no.
It's huge. The scale is so huge. I mean, I think somebody said to me that the studio that we were shooting this at was like had the biggest stages ever, and they were still not big enough for Sir Ridley Scott.
Everybody back on the ship now!
You know, driving to work every single day, that you can't be jaded about the fact that you're working with someone like Ridley on a genre that he basically gave birth to.
I expected, you know, green screen pretty much every day. I thought it was going to be, you know, we're doing a sci-fi movie, and I've seen, you know, behind the scenes of Star Wars or whatever, and they're hanging in, you know, harnesses and kind of doing things with the green screen, and you don't really, you have to kind of build everything in your head. And I thought it was going to be like that, and then I realized, like, the third day or something, that it's actually real. You know, Ridley can be giving us everything. It's there, and we can actually play, and we can do what the character would have done in a way.
It's just very helpful to sort of be walking around a spaceship if you're on it, and you know, to sort of be able to touch the various set piece, you know, that you're on, the texture. It makes a difference. I mean, it's a real luxury to have that, especially nowadays, you know, where so much of it in that fantasy world would be CGI and sort of green screen.
There's something really incredible when I walked up onto the spaceship set for the first time, and Ridley said, "Your spaceship," and I just went, "Oh, wow, my spaceship."
Ridley came to me one day and was like, "Come on, I want to show you something." And we stepped into this room, and the set was just incredible. I got tears in my eyes, and I was completely blown away because I've never seen anything like it.
He's really great. I mean, there were several moments where us actors would just kind of look at each other and we're just like, oh my God, it's insane to think that we're doing this with him.
Hey, Captain. What the hell is that?
Prometheus! Come in!
Sure? Is that you, copy?
Yannick, listen to me. God, let it leave. You have to stop it.
We're not stopping anything, Shaw. We're going home.
Yannick, if you don't stop it, there won't be a home to go back to.
We found a really good evolution that moved much farther away from the original Alien than I ever expected. So it's really into another universe, and opens up the door where this film ends with you looking into what's next.
Big things have small beginnings.